Hello, hello, hello. You're tuning into another episode of The Wunderkind Show. Today's first topic. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yes, if you have not heard, Patrick Ricard is off of the pup list. And look, I know, this time last year, if this was the case, a lot of people would be like, and I always say, do not wish injury on any players and stuff like that. I'm a staunch critic on that. I don't wish injuries on players. I don't. But Patrick Ricard is one of those players on this team that, because of the situation in which he was in and the situation we were in as a team, because of Greg Roman, he was very, 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 very disliked by a large majority of this fan base. But here's where the other foot hits the ground. Because, if you guys have not noticed, heard, or listened to anything that I have said, the offensive line has been a problem. The defensive line, listen, I get it. Everyone's like, well, maybe the defensive line has just made leaps and bounds, jump of how well they are. Well, we'll know by the end of this week because they play Washington. You got where I'm coming from? But they've been getting manhandled. They've been getting destroyed. It hasn't even been a fair assessment of the D-line versus the O-line. And I'm being very, very nice right now. What I'm talking about, the D-line pretty much turned around and said, we run this practice, not you. Oh, take that. That's what's been happening. Getting slapped. But Patrick Ricard coming back. As much as we want to run like 11 personnel and stuff like that. So I want to say this too. For whoever doesn't know what 11 personnel is, 3 wide receivers, 1 back, 1 tight end. Those type of sets. He might have to be in for extra protection for Lamar. Hear me and hear me well. I'm one of the people that if you keep doing the same thing over and over and over again, you have to prove to me that you have changed. I just don't forget. I don't let things go easily. That's not the way I'm built. You get where I'm coming from? This O-line has, for the most part, let's just be real, gotten Lamar injured 3 consecutive years. If it wasn't from the center position, left tackle position, and the right tackle position, because the tight end was on that side to help him because Morgan Moses was getting beat. Yeah, that's fact. You can't even argue it. So Patrick Ricard coming in as another very, very, very big body that could be on the field and help protect our asset. And our asset, our big money asset, I don't care what nobody says, is Lamar Jackson. Because we've already seen, and I keep harping on this because we've already seen it be the detrimental Achilles heel to this team. I keep harping on the fact that he doesn't get hurt out of the pocket. Name one time you guys have ever seen Lamar Jackson get hurt out of the pocket. I will wait. Can't think of none, right? Because it doesn't happen. That notion where, he runs a lot so he gets hurt a lot, you can take that and go somewhere. Throw that away. Down the field. 60 yards. But Patrick Ricard can help change that or mitigate it. Even if it's minute, he could still make sure that whatever small amount of blocking that he could provide, it could give Lamar a split second or even a second to get the ball out of his hands or to make a decision to leave the pocket. And that's where I'm at right now. Like, listen, everybody has to understand that. And I heard somebody talk, I think it was Trey Wingo. and I actually was saying that before. You got to understand, teams now are built over 3 ways. You have outside of the quarterback, it's protect the quarterback, right? Give the quarterback targets that he could throw to. And then there's people on the defensive side that go and gets the quarterback or intercepts the quarterback. Those are that's the big cycle. If you have all those things on your team, you're probably going to win. Because even Kansas City Chiefs, right, did not have the greatest, oh my God, defense. But what did they have? They had defensive backs that could take the ball away and give it back to Patrick Mahomes, right? They had pass rushers that can get to you, right? We already seen that. They only had pass rushers that can get to you, right? They had definite targets that could give to him, and the O-line that he had was top 2 in the league, especially in pass pro. Pass pro. I don't want to hear run blocking. Reason why is because Lamar makes their job so much easier in the run game. This is why I tell y'all that the rating scale around Lamar is it's slanted. It's slanted because it doesn't make sense. Look, I get it. Not everything on your team is going to be perfect, and I don't expect things to be. You know where I'm coming from? It's impossible. But those areas is where we have to highlight. Now, to be fair, Dr. Rush, the guy that we brought in to help with the pass rush, they're saying that he has been working miracles for that D-line. And if that's the case, look, that could very well be the case. Look, I'm not going to lie to you. Our O-line has been absolute trash against this D-line. But there's a small possibility that the D-line is just that good. But with Patrick Ricard on the field, when he's on the field, it changes sometimes the way that they can pass rush because of his wham blocking ability. You could bring him across the formation and just wipe out the defensive end or the linebacker on that side. Wipe him out. Just wipe him out. And most of the time, he's going to be helping on Morgan Moses' side. Because I'm pretty sure that the Ravens feel comfortable leaving Ronnie on an island. You see what I'm getting from? This is all trickle-down effect. If you can't block with 5, then 5 might need some help. So 5.5. What 5.5 is, the running back that's on the field helps chip on one side of the line, or you put a fullback in there to help absolute crush guys. And then when they're in, they slow down that pass rush because they have to keep their head on the swivel. Because then it's like, yo, he might come over and just smash me, right? That's the other case of this. And look, I'm thinking about, the reason why I was bringing up my phone was there's a couple formations where I could see him in, right? So let's see, like 20 personnel, that could be a personnel shift that he's in to help protect Lamar, which is 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, you know what I mean? Or even 21, 2 running backs, Patrick Ricard being counted as one, of course. These are some of the personnel groupings that we might be forced to play in more if they cannot protect Lamar. I want everyone to understand something. I want to highlight it because everyone's trying to highlight, oh, Lamar threw interceptions. I was highlighting the other parts, right? Because we knew Lamar threw interceptions, but why was he throwing interceptions? There were reports that screens were ineffective against the defense because they were literally before the screen. I'm talking about 1 Mississippi. Before you can say 2, you can say 2, just the T. You couldn't get the ooh out. They're already in his face. That's 1 Mississippi. But the sack. That's not time to throw. That's not that you can't live like that. Like you can't. But that's what was happening at the practice. These are the things that I'm leaning on. I'm very, very, very curious to see how they go up against another team. I can't wait for them to play Washington because I want to see because then that's when everything comes to head. No one can tell me, oh, it's because the defense is so amazing, right? Dr. Rush got them feeling Super Saiyan out there. No. If they go out there and then stink it up against Washington, you have no excuse on why the offensive line is bad. And I better not hear no one say, well, it's because they had to get OBJ. That's why. Because if that's the excuse, then what was the excuse the other years when the O-line got him hurt? Are you just going to blame it on injury? And every time you do, I'm going to bring up Kansas City. Because Kansas City redid their line in one offseason because they realized that their money maker, their big money asset, the guy who's fly is the quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. And guess what? They said, we're protecting him. We'll never put him in a predicament like that. I want to remind you, Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and Kelsey could not score because the offensive line was absolutely putrid in the Super Bowl. Putrid. It was his worst game of his career, probably. O-line, offensive line, blocking matters. And Patrick Ricard coming back might help mitigate some of the blocking problems that we have. So, hey, I'm happy he's back. Listen, man, as long as he keep Lamar Jackson safe, I'm happy. Hallelujah. Thank you, Pat. Ricard. Black, please. Use your big body. Thank you. That's how I'm going to be. Dead serious with you. And if anybody doesn't feel that way, I have something to tell you. Oh! Sorry. Get over it, all right? I'm sorry, all right? I can't be your man. But that's an episode of The Wunderkind Show. Thank you for watching. You know how we get down. We have fun and we laugh. But everything we talk about is rooted in what? Facts and truth. Please do remember, like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. You know I love the comments. And go check out The Wunderkind Show's Patreon list. It's up 3 tiers. Amazing. Give it a look. A lot of extra access and stuff with merch and everything, other things like that. So go give it a look and tell me what you guys think. Also available, if you want to donate, this side of the screen is a QR code. QR code's to a Cash App. Cash App located in the description of every video that we do. And the name of it is $, The Wunderkind Show. Easy. But once again, this is The Wunderkind Show. This show is Nitro signing off. And as always, you guys know my slogan. Peace. And I am out of here. Yerp.